Welcome to Brett and Patricia's garden. It is May 2023. We started this garden last year, and this year we've made some improvements, learned some lessons, and I'm just going to quickly go over a few things I did. We've got mostly mounds. Last year we had rows. I think I'm going to like the mound idea better because the soaker hose was just a straight line and a lot of water ran off the hill, and I had to do a lot of overhead watering, and that causes powdery mildew for all the stuff I was growing. So here's our nifty invention. We staked them down so they don't jump around. I'm going to put more dirt on top of them and bury them, so we shouldn't have to do overhead watering. And we zip tied them into circles. So we've done 9, and then we're going to have this trellis that's laying up here. It's going to go here for cucumbers. Then we made these teepees last year. All the rest of this dirt has been reworked and tilled, but we didn't touch these teepees. These are for my peas and green beans, and they did very well. So when I did the mounds, we put 3 layers of fertilizer and worm castings in it. And just to show you, this is a worm castings that I like to use. I get it from Home Depot. I throw a scoop of the perlite in there to keep the soil from compacting too much. And then this is the fertilizer I like to use for my vegetables. Dr. Earth makes some good products. So let me put my gloves on. Guess I wasn't prepared. My first YouTube channel, do-it-yourself how-to gardening. So this has a lot of really good product in it from last year, so I'm just gonna loosen it up a little bit, and I'm gonna put more fertilizer in it and more worm castings for the new babies. Now, I did like this teepee last year. It was pretty efficient. Again, my watering wasn't where I wanted it to be. So I just get a good scoop. And there's no rhyme or reason to it, but I'm going to go on the outside edge because this is for these new baby pea pods. On the other mounds, I did it in the center because they're big plants and their roots are going to stay in the center. So I'm going to do that with all 3. And I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to do layers. Now, because that's an established mound, I might not have to do as much. Let me open my bag. We also had a lot of water problems because this is on a hill, and the aisles became very muddy, even though I had a lot of pine needles down. So this year we're going to put some stepping stones in each row, just so we can navigate the garden without falling over, slipping down the hill. See? So I'm going to just do that again. I'm going to add some dirt to it. I've got some nice organic raised bed mix, and I looked for the kind that has loam in it, which is sand, and a little bit of peat moss. Not too much peat moss, just a little. So that's how we're going to take care of that. We'll show you that later. I just wanted to get this video out there and get our channel functioning, and we'll try to update as much as possible, especially with this watering system, which hopefully is going to be a almost hands-free process this year. Last year we spent a lot of time watering overhead, unfortunately, because it was so hot and the soaker hoses weren't providing enough water to the roots. So now, and they were on top of the rows. So this year they're going to be slightly under it, probably 2 inches under it. So hopefully the top of the soil will stay reasonably dry, and if it's a little wet, that's fine. It's better than overhead watering and getting powdery mildew. So there we are. Welcome to Brett and Patricia's garden.